There are two types of creators on YouTube, the ones who trust the algorithm and the ones who trust people. Bruce, from Built, Not Hacked, trusted the algorithm.
I knew coming into being a creator for YouTube that I needed time for YouTube to try to find out who my core audience was.
He built the perfect system.
You're probably not going to want to hear this, but I usually at any one time have about 6 weeks of content already videoed, edited, and uploaded on a schedule to be released.
Mhm.
And I've got content all the way out to this is my content book schedule of all my videos. It's
Why wouldn't
completely
we want
filled
to
up.
hear this? This is great stuff. He followed every rule.
The biggest thing that I tried to do right from the onset was narrow my niche focus down to a particular segment of people. You start with the packaging first, right? Is this something that somebody is going to click on based on my title and my thumbnail? Because I know that the effort is there. I think that the production of my videos is there. My speaking voice and clarity and how I'm communicating that information, I think is clear.
And his data doesn't make any sense.
I'm realizing that based on raw numbers and uh, the platform is not behaving like I think it should. And it's frustrating because it makes you want to give up. It makes you want to throw your hands up in the air and say, why am I doing this? It's from what I see on the platform for the data that I'm provided in the analytics section of the YouTube studio. I'm trying to make a decision based on what I'm seeing here, but the platform doesn't seem to be behaving in the manner that it like the direction that it should be going.
I watched one video, looked at his channel, and I knew who his content was for in the first 5 minutes. Bruce, when I found your channel, Built Not Hacked, the thing that drew me into it was immediately when I landed on your channel, the messaging was clear. Your thumbnails were consistent. Literally, I looked at it and I'm like, here's a person who's doing everything right based on what we're told we're supposed to be doing. And my channel is like crazy. And this, I didn't know your name at the time. I was like, this man's channel is just so clean and put together. What is going on here, right? Those were the thoughts that I was having. And the algorithm, it's had 4 months. Today's guest is Bruce from the channel Built Not Hacked. I'm Renee. Welcome to First Flights. Why did you come to YouTube? What did you envision like happening for yourself?
Uh, the reason why I started YouTube was I really wanted to try to start a community of like-minded men that all shared the same experiences. And initially, it was through my divorce and my struggles of trying to maintain relationships with my growing sons and the feeling of disconnection from family and my faith and um, her family that I grew close to, and I wanted an outlet to be able to explore a YouTube channel that conveyed my thoughts and also to video document the struggles that I've been through with raising kids so that maybe at some point my kids can come back to this YouTube channel and hear dad's perspective on what he was thinking about when this was going on. Yes.
And so how would you say finding that community has been so far?
Um, It's been almost a complete opposite of what I thought. I find that some women have commented on my videos and they seem to be as interested and can identify with a lot of the same struggles that men go through with raising kids in a single family, having to deal with the struggles of time management and communication with their spouses. These aren't, isolated circumstances that are related to just men. Women in single family homes have to deal with the same pressures and issues that men do. So it's refreshing to hear women comment on those and give me some take on how the topic relates to things that they have to go through. So that was a little odd having women relate to the information. And yeah, listen, in my opinion, I think more women should watch my channel. They would have an opportunity to see how our feeble, knuckle dragging minds work as men.
Right. Well,
We're very
and
simple creatures. We're
right.
very
Well, and
simple
and what I
creatures.
love about what you just shared is because I kind of had the same experience when I formed my niche for manifesting. It was geared towards women. I felt like, oh, I can talk to women as a woman, and I can relate to them. And I remembered somebody subscribing and commenting early on saying, "Well, I'm not a woman, but I really like what you're saying." So it's
Right.
funny how we do niche down and then we find that ironically some of our material is resonating where we didn't expect. And that's kind of a fun part, right?
That's
So
great. Yeah, I love it.
is this what you expected from the process? So it seems to me like you were very well thought out. You approached it from the get-go knowing exactly how you were going to structure it and set it up, and you're comfortable with where things are, but is it truly going the way you expected?
It is going precisely how I expected.
So,
Right.
so it's really interesting, to talk to you because I think you're going to be an asset to basically anybody in this space that's just getting started on how important it is to kind of know where you're going, maybe stay in your lane as far as, content and help the algorithm. But the question I want to ask you, and I can't help this, and this is going to take us way off topic, but I can't help it, is the way my brain works, because again, the mathematics of it all is I know for a fact that if YouTube wanted to align you with everybody who likes your content, they could do it in the matter of 24 hours. And
Yes.
so that's I hear everything you're saying, and that's why I'm kind of like, wow, you must be a fantastic dad because you're so patient with that. I see that. I recognize that. I said, okay, I know the game I'm getting into. I totally understand YouTube needs to make money. I get that. But I underestimated like how badly they slow the progress, if that makes sense. Like, and I do feel like it's a forced slow. So when you were saying, oh, I want the algorithm to get to know me, I'm going to tell you right now, if I could pull up your channel as a human being, look at it, I knew exactly what your channel was for. So
Yeah.
that's the pain point that like it bothers me.
I think that you're completely right. I think that we all have an expectation as creators to have a level of success on the platform because to us, our voice means something, right?
Yeah.
So if we felt strongly enough to put a topic together, create a title and a thumbnail, and write a description, record the video, edit it, post it. Um, the toughest thing is just hitting the record button on the first video.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first step. Um, so if you put that much work into something, you hope that somebody else on the other end is going to have an appreciation for your hard work. Okay.
Right.
And I think that we get our feelings hurt when YouTube isn't finding those people who appreciate the amount of effort that we put into making a video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when the metrics don't reflect that level of effort that you put into it, that's when it starts feeling like, why am I doing this? What there, I'm not getting anything out of it. Clearly, I'm making videos before I'm even monetized. I'm doing it for free, you know?
Right. And I'm
And
aware. Yep. Totally with you there.
yeah, so let's back up for a second and let's talk about YouTube for a minute. The YouTube platform is a search engine. Okay, it's I don't know if everybody knows this, but YouTube's owned by Google.
Yep.
Okay, Google's the number one search engine on the planet, next to YouTube. Okay, and I don't know if most people realize this, but YouTube has about 500 videos that are uploaded every second. All right, that's hundreds of thousands of watch hours every hour and
Mhm.
millions of watch hours every day. Okay,
Yeah.
so what you're competing with is an ever growing snowball of creators that are just constantly flooding the platform with content. Okay, so we as creators have to try to find ways to swim upstream, as it were, to try to get our videos seen so that they're heard.
Hmm.
Okay. And I know that at one time you and I have gone back and forth through a comment thread about having an audience in order to have an audience,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
So you need an audience in order for people to give you feedback and things like that. But I do contend that there are some small measurable metrics that you can look at on your channel to give you an idea about what direction that you need to go to, right?
Hmm.
Because it's super difficult to try to pivot and make a decision if you're not having the data to drive that decision.
Right.
Okay, so we reversed gears for a second and talked about what YouTube is. Okay, and I think that you need to try to, as a creator, figure out what lane that you're in right from the beginning to try to have YouTube connect you with an audience. YouTube is a discovery platform. Okay. So if I'm a user of YouTube and I watch YouTube, the platform's biggest priority is to try to have content that is in front of viewers that they enjoy watching.
Hmm.
More important to that is they want to try to extend the viewer's time on YouTube. So they're going to try to serve you up on a platter, a la carte style, another video that is going to be right up your alley so that you can binge watch that content.
Yeah.
What YouTube really likes is for you to be able to push out a piece of content and have somebody watch it. And then that viewer now goes to your channel and watches another piece of content.
Hmm.
Because by that process of either producing a playlist or an end card on your video, you've just extended that viewer's experience on the platform by watching another video of yours.
Hmm.
All right.
Yes.
So that's what we're trying to do. And I think that if you create a channel that is all over the place and doesn't really identify what your audience is, YouTube sometimes has a difficult time trying to figure out who do I serve this next video up to.
No, and man, I'm gonna have you on again just so we could talk to the crow's nest and you can give everybody an education. I I understand all those points, right? I really do, and I've heard a lot of some of them, and your explanation is very thorough and in a way more humbling. But it's interesting because I find, or like, because as I've kind of been on this quest now to just go out and meet people, which I'm totally loving. I think I found my calling of just talking
I
with
think you're doing a
people.
great job with it.
Thank you. I actually I just love it, and I just start to see things that don't add up to like what we're all thinking or what we've all been told, or because we also know they can change the algorithm whenever they want. And I have started to see people say, "Don't niche down." I'm going to be watching you because I feel like your channel is going to be a super test of that for me, having been with you from the beginning. And I have
Mhm.
no question in my mind that you will achieve your goals, whatever they are. We haven't talked about those yet. And it'll be interesting to see how long it took you. And not because it's a race, but for me, of like gathering data.
And I know that the way this works is you post a video, you post a video, you post a video, you're not getting very much traction. But over a period of time, you may now have a library of videos that one day you're going to post a video that is going to hit. The title is going to be right on, the thumbnail is going to be highly clickable, the content and the view duration on it is going to be super high, and YouTube is going to decide to take off with that video. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what happens. They watch that video and it takes off. Maybe it might go to 2,000 views or 50,000 views. But what's going to happen is those 50,000 people that watched your video are now going to go back and watch your other content, your other library of videos, and it's going to lift your entire channel up. Okay. And, so we're all playing the YouTube lottery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
but the way this works in reality is it's like fishing. You have to keep on dropping one video after another because you're throwing more lines into the water, hoping to catch somebody who is going to be interested in that one video, and then the next person and the next person and the next person. But you have to have hooks in the water. I do believe that the recipe is to not have high expectations for vanity measurements.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in views, subscribe. I mean, I am interested in all of those things. I mean, the goal for everybody is to have their channel monetized, and you work on every video to try to make sure that you are in alignment with those goals, and you try to have some measurable um, you try to make each video just 1% better than the last one.
Right.
There are instances where people do hit the YouTube lottery after 6 videos. They have 1,000 subscribers. It's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
It's not typical.
Right.
And the stars and the moons were in alignment when that happened for that person, but that's not typical.
Right.
I think vidIQ just did a video about how many on average videos does it take in order to be monetized, to hit that 1,000 subscribers and
Right.
4,000 watch hours. And they did an entire breakdown on how many shorts videos that would take, how many long form videos that would take. But on average, for long form content, it was about 46 videos.
Right. Did they happen to say like the length of that long form video? Because I had done my own math and I was like at, I think 77. So when I started, because I did start my channel a year ago and I had this goal of 77 because everything's statistics. Everything is
Yeah,
statistical. I get that. I get that through real estate that I could tell you if you were asking me to sell your house, I can tell you I need to get 12 people through the door. And if I get 12 people through the door, then and we're in the right ballpark, you'll get an offer. And if I brought 12 people through the door and you don't get an offer, then our price is way wrong. So YouTube,
yeah,
I treated it the same way for what it's worth. I didn't know what to expect, I think, on the level that you have that you came into with your expectations. I did get stuck in that if I work really hard, I will be rewarded for the hard work. And
right.
I I did not see that. And I'm not here to like lament on that, but I did not see that. And so then you do start chasing the wrong things because then you're looking, saying, well, I did a whole year of this. I hit 100 videos. I gave it effort. I improved each time. Maybe it is the message. Who knows, right?
Well, I think at that point, maybe you might need to consider that.
Right? So,
Yeah.
well, and who knows? I might not have improved as much as I wanted to. And then I did do a move in the middle of it, which probably hurt more than I realized, but I didn't think it should hurt that much. But I did like a solid 3 month hiatus while we moved. So there's just so much things that can go into the metrics that we need to be careful as small creators to not chase the wrong things.
This is the real problem for small creators. It's actually a big problem for big creators. You hear these gurus on YouTube all the time trying to explain analytics, and I got news for you. Nobody understands YouTube analytics.
Nope.
They are so out of whack when it comes to what you're evaluating for a ceiling, or I'm sorry, even a floor. So what we're all trying to push through the floor. I mean, the ceiling is the limit, but we're trying to determine where is that floor so that I can at least do the bare bones minimum to try to
Right.
get through and then maybe poke through, right?
Right.
But you're trying to understand a very, very complex analytical system that's designed for retention and trying to keep people on the platform as long as possible, trying to serve up content that is acrimoniously harmonious with their ads and sponsors, and trying to create an opportunity for new creators to have a chance to break through. And it takes so much into consideration. um, let's take this for an example. Okay, I have a video that somebody interacts with. All right. That's considered from YouTube's perspective engagement. Okay. But what is engagement? Engagement can look like so many things. Say somebody is watching a video and they pause the video because they have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
YouTube considers that a positive engagement signal because somebody didn't want to miss the message so much that they paused the video so that when they come back, they can pick up exactly where they left off. If somebody went back and rewound the video because somebody in the video said something that they might have missed, I need to go back and rewatch that again. That's a positive signal for engagement. Somebody commented on the video, somebody liked it, somebody shared it. Those are all positive engagement signals to YouTube. And I think that when you're first starting out, you got the blinders on and you're so narrowly focused on, I need to come up with a title, I need to do the thumbnail, I need to record the video, and I need to post it. There are so many steps in between 1 and 100 that it's easy to overlook the fact that there are very incremental signals that we can give to YouTube in order to increase engagement on our videos, like our hooks, right? And our packaging for our videos. So the title, the thumbnail, and things like that. So let me ask people who are watching, how many times have you created a video and maybe you had the title already picked out, so you made the video, and then afterwards you went back and you made the thumbnail? Probably everybody, right?
Right.
And the reason why that's important is because I can make the best content in the world. I can make the best video. I can have the best editing. I can make it snappy and it's got a transition every 60 seconds and it's very engaging and everything else. But if my title and my thumbnail don't reflect how good the video is, I'm never even going to get in the door because nobody's going to click on the video to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To prove this point about the analytics not behaving the way that
Yeah.
it should, I have a video and I'm looking at it now. Up until last week, it had 103% average view duration.
Mm-hmm.
103%. So not only did viewers watch it, they went back and rewatched it
Mm-hmm.
or stopped it and rewound it and watched it again. Okay. That video has over 9.9% click through rate, which is very high.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do not understand why YouTube would not push a video like that. All
Right.
right. Um, I've got other videos that are in the 70% view duration, which is exceptionally high, and click through rates that are 7%, 5.7%. So again, I don't understand why the analytics for a video tell one story, but the impressions are not a following indicator of how the performance is. So I have to just decide to keep on going
Mm-hmm.
so that I can do what everybody else is doing, which is playing the YouTube lottery. One day, one of those videos is going to get picked up or shown to the right audience, and it's going to behave in a manner that is going to attract more people to subscribe and view my content, and then eventually do what I wanted to do. You know, I was very, very surprised in watching some of my analytics that across my entire channel, I'm an English speaker. My descriptions of my videos are in English. My titles are in English, everything. Why is it that only up until this last week, only 12% of my videos are shown in the US? I understand there's other English speaking countries out there, you know, like between Australia, the UK, and everywhere else. Um, but like, riddle me that, Batman. I have no idea why.
I love that quote. Riddle me that, Batman. If there's somebody else just getting started or even feeling frustrated, what is your wisdom to impart?
I'd have to say the wisdom to impart would be to stay consistent. Just press the record button. You have to do it for the first time in order to call yourself a creator. Um, because if not, then you're just watching YouTube videos. Um, but you know, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Try to educate yourself as much as you can. Try to watch as many videos as you can to see what viewers are interested in, the pacing of the video, the scripting hooks that they use to try to retain viewers. It's very difficult to try to make videos and have anybody stay interested in a video where you're just rambling and just constantly off topic and you're on one thing and another. And you know, so I think that trying to stay as focused as you can on whatever delivery of the title of the video is definitely helps boost you know, retention and viewers and having them come back, because I don't know of anybody that ever wants to watch a video and see somebody talk on 10 different points that are completely unrelated to the video and then you know, be inspired to subscribe to the creator to be open to watching more videos like that are like that.
Right?
But you know, it's not what you think it is. It's a lot of grind. It's a lot of late nights. You know, if you're doing this YouTube thing after working a full day or taking care of your kids, the only real time that you have to do this would be on the at nights or on the weekend, and trying to find time when your house is quiet enough to record videos, or you know, being freed up enough to maybe make videos in the backyard. You know, things need to be right. You can't have too much wind. You got to have enough sunlight. You can't have planes flying over or trucks honking in the background, you know. So your environment needs to be right. You have to have enough time to do this. And then after you wind up putting videos out there, be prepared for a long marathon, not a sprint. I think very few people are successful quickly, and that is a rarity, not the rule in the case for most content creators on YouTube. And it's like I said, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So you got to be vested into doing and being committed to putting 50 to 100 videos out there and see what the data shows so that you can start making some decisions about pivoting, or are you doing what you're doing is working. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then, of course, I would argue, and then we got to figure out how to get the data so that we can pivot. Bruce, I saw your channel. I see what you're doing and who you're doing it for. Built, not hacked. Go find Bruce. He's been waiting.